Hi and welcome to another edition of Top Tips Tuesday. Jeff here from GCD Property. So this week's tip is how to maximise your rental income if you've got an investment property. So 5 simple tips. Tip number 1 is having a good quality property manager. I think they're very important. So select a property manager, ideally that's someone that's been recommended to yourself or you've done some research on, because they're really managing your asset, and it's really important they have a good understanding. Property manager, also bear in mind that property managers do change. They also sell their rent rolls from time to time, so you may be experiencing a really good service and then it suddenly changes. So just be aware if there is a change in your direct property manager or the company itself. So if that occurs, ask some questions. I would ideally like to book a meeting with the new property manager or the new company and just understand their experience and how they're going to look after your investment property. And always respond to the property manager. So if they're sending letters to you or a phone call about things that need fixing with the property, but just make sure that you get on top of that. If they're making their job, you're making their job easier, they're more likely to look after your property investment in a better method. So always have a great relationship with the property manager. Number 2 is check the property presentation is absolutely superb, especially if you're looking to put new tenants in place and you're having open for inspection. First impressions are really critical. Even though we've got a shortage of rental properties currently, that market will change, and you want the best possible tenants for your property. So having a professional clean, having everything look smick and shining in the best possible light that property can be will definitely maximise your rental income and also the type of tenants you attract as well. And again, have a conversation with the property manager. Is there any ways we can improve their presentation? Do they have any suggestions? And tip number 3 is always ask the property manager for their suggestions. They're speaking to the tenants and landlords every day of the week in their business, and they've got a really good expectation of what the tenants are looking for and how you can maximise your rental income. So what the tenants are looking for in that particular property, it might be something so simple as adding some ceiling fans in the bedrooms or the office, adding an extra aircon in the master bedroom, putting in a shade over the cars or shade sail or alfresco areas. Those can make the tenant's life much better, and that will increase the potential income when you go to release the property. So you're always looking ahead of the future and attracting them the best quality tenants and the best rent return that you can possibly get. Tip number 4 is the property suitable for short-term accommodation or co-living type accommodation. So we're seeing the demographics really changing now. There's a lot of single people looking for affordable accommodation that are getting forced out of the traditional market. So the short-term Airbnb, especially if you've got an apartment or a home really close to a lot of the infrastructure, water, etc., you can really generate some extra income very highly. There is generally high management costs and property costs, so you need to do all your sums on that, but it can be another way of generating higher income if you can use multiple tenants for that one property. And 5th, ensure that all the plumbing and the electrical is all working satisfactorily, so all the ovens and stoves are in good working order, ceiling fans, air cons, all the plumbing taps, shower pressure is always good. The last thing you want to do is upset your tenants and have them move on if they're good quality tenants. So again, we are in a rental crisis at the moment, not so critical, but I would always recommend taking the property manager's advice and looking to keep that property, your asset, and just remember you are protecting the value of your asset as well. So get on top of those maintenance items before they get out of control. So, things like water leaking taps, those are just maintenance items. Whether that property is our own to live in or an investment property, it still needs to be maintained. So 5 tips there. I hope it's really helped. And if you'd like to have those tips written out, you're welcome to contact me for any questions. And thank you for watching, and see you next Tuesday.